You know that exact moment. It is early morning, you are standing in front of the mirror, fresh out of the shower, and your hand moves almost automatically to that spot just above your belt line. You pinch it. That stubborn roll of fat that simply refuses to budge. It does not matter that you have been eating salads for lunch or sweating at the gym all week. It is still there, mocking you. It is that gnawing feeling that your own body has turned against you, that your biology is laughing at you despite doing everything perfectly right. You have heard the tired advice 1,000 times to just eat less and move more. But here is the shocking truth nobody tells you. While you are desperately trying to achieve the perfect balance of nutrients to flush out toxins, reduce inflammation, and boost your overall health, you might be stepping right into a biological trap. Some of those exact foods you eat every day, the ones that seem perfectly healthy and safe, are actually your hidden enemies. Behind the scenes, they are dangerously elevating your potassium and phosphorus levels, secretly damaging your internal filters, and locking that stubborn weight exactly where it is. That hidden trap is exactly why the old math of calories in and calories out is failing you. You are bringing a water gun to a war that requires a flamethrower. Let me tell you what that belly fat actually is. It is not a passive storage locker for extra calories, waiting to be burned off on the treadmill. That dangerous fat buried deep inside your abdomen is called visceral fat, and it is alive. Visceral fat is an active, metabolically aggressive organ. It wraps itself tightly around your liver, your pancreas, and your intestines, like a suffocating, toxic blanket. Every single day, it pumps inflammatory signals into your bloodstream. It releases hormones that hijack your appetite, ruin your insulin sensitivity, and completely derail your metabolic system. It is practically zombie tissue, poisoning the healthy organs around it, cell by cell. This is exactly why starving yourself barely makes a dent. Visceral fat has built-in biological armor, and normal dieting simply cannot pierce it. To pierce that armor, you have to understand the invisible prison you have been living in. And it all comes down to one hormone: insulin. You were probably taught that insulin just manages your blood sugar, but it does something much more powerful. Insulin is a lock. Imagine your body's energy storage system as a house with two different places to keep food. Up in the kitchen, you have your standard refrigerator. This is your glycogen. It is the fast, easy energy from the meals you eat every single day. It is right there, completely convenient and easy to grab. But down in the dark basement, you have a massive deep freezer. This deep freezer is your stored body fat. It is packed with thousands upon thousands of calories of energy. But that basement door is heavy, rusted shut, and guarded by a lock. Here is the brutal biological rule that is keeping you stuck. Every time you eat a meal, grab a midday snack, or sip a sweetened coffee, your pancreas releases insulin. And whenever insulin is present in your bloodstream, that lock on the basement door clicks shut, completely sealed. It does not matter how hard you run on the treadmill or how many crunches you do. If you are constantly feeding yourself from morning until night, keeping your insulin elevated, your body will only ever eat from the kitchen fridge. It has absolutely zero incentive to walk down those basement stairs. As long as insulin is in your blood, burning that stubborn belly fat is physically and biologically impossible. You are locked out of your own energy reserves. Push through that intense discomfort. Because if you can hold on until around hour 16, something miraculous happens. The biological lock shatters. Insulin drops to its absolute baseline. That rusted, heavy basement door finally swings open. Your body realizes that no food is coming from the kitchen, so it smoothly shifts gears and enters a state called lipolysis. It walks down those basement stairs, cracks open the deep freezer, and finally starts burning your stored visceral fat as its primary source of energy. And the exact moment this happens, you will feel a profound shift in your mind. That heavy brain fog completely vanishes. Suddenly, you are hit with a massive surge of crystal clear energy. You feel sharper, faster, and incredibly focused. Why does this happen? Because your brain is suddenly flooded with a powerful chemical called noradrenaline. Think about this from an evolutionary standpoint. Thousands of years ago, if our ancestors had not eaten in 16 hours, their bodies did not want them to feel sleepy or curl up in a cave. That would mean starvation. Instead, human biology evolved to keep us alive. It floods your system with pure, stimulating energy so you can get up and hunt. This is the hunter's high. You are not shutting down. Your body is giving you maximum power to go out and secure food. Now, as your body runs on this high-octane fat fuel, a massive question remains. Where does the physical belly fat actually go when you lose weight? Most people assume you sweat it out at the gym, or that it magically turns into heat energy. That is completely wrong. Prepare to have your mind blown. Picture this image clearly in your head. A bold, flat, two-dimensional vector illustration with extremely thick black outlines, vivid colors, and hard cell shading. A fit white male with a brown beard and a modern undercut, standing shirtless against a solid, dark, navy blue background. He takes a deep breath and exhales a massive cloud into the air. That is exactly what is happening inside you. When your cells oxidize and burn fat, the chemical reaction breaks those fat cells down into two things: water and carbon dioxide. You lose the water through your sweat and your urine, but the carbon dioxide? You exhale it. Every single breath you take during this deep fasted state is literally releasing your visceral fat into the atmosphere. You are quite literally breathing out your belly fat. So what happens when you finally stop eating? When you close the kitchen door for the night and do not open it again the next morning? Around hour 12, the fridge goes completely empty. The last drops of liver glycogen are gone, and your body panics. Let us be brutally honest about this phase. It is messy, it is uncomfortable, and it is the exact moment most people quit. Your stomach growls, not a cute little rumble, but an angry, persistent roar that demands immediate attention. A thick brain fog rolls in, making it hard to focus on a simple email, and the irritability hits. Someone asks you a basic question, and you suddenly feel a flash of irrational rage. You feel like you are starving. You feel weak. You think your body is shutting down. But it is not. You are not dying, and you are absolutely not starving. What you are experiencing is pure withdrawal. Your body has spent decades running on cheap, easy fuel. It has become addicted to the constant drip of sugar and carbohydrates. Now that the easy energy is cut off, it is throwing a full-blown biological tantrum. It is sounding every alarm bell, sending desperate signals to your brain, begging you to eat something sweet, something quick, just to make the panic stop. It is a false alarm. If you can just sit with that discomfort, if you can outlast the tantrum for just a few more hours, everything is about to change. Now, as you are riding that hunter's high and literally exhaling your body fat, a dark thought might creep into your mind, especially if you lift weights, exercise regularly, or care about your physique. You might be thinking, if I am not eating, is my body going to eat my own muscle? Will I lose everything I have worked so hard to build? It is time to completely destroy that myth. Your body is incredibly smart. Think about it from a basic survival standpoint. Your muscle is your engine. It is what allows you to move, to hunt, to fight, and to survive. Fat is simply a reserve fuel tank. Evolution would be incredibly stupid to burn the engine when it has a massive tank of fuel sitting right there in the basement. So it does not. To make absolutely sure your engine is safe, your pituitary gland steps in and floods your system with human growth hormone. And it does not just bump it up a little bit. Studies show that fasting can cause your growth hormone to spike by up to 2,000%. This massive hormonal surge forms a biological shield around your muscles. It signals your body to fiercely protect your hard-earned lean mass, while preferentially incinerating your visceral belly fat. And what about the fear that fasting will put you into starvation mode and slow down your metabolism? That is another huge lie. Starving yourself with tiny restrictive meals every single day will slow your metabolism down. But short-term fasting actually boosts your metabolic rate by up to 14%. You are not shutting down, you are revving up. While your engine is protected and your metabolism is revving up, an entirely different kind of magic is happening quietly in the background. Let us go back to our house metaphor. For years, your body has been constantly busy. You have been endlessly importing groceries, unpacking boxes, and frantically shoving new food into the kitchen fridge. Every single hour of the day was spent managing these new deliveries. Because of this non-stop chaos, the internal maintenance crew of your house never had a single moment of free time. Over the years, the house slowly started to fall apart. Broken floorboards were ignored. Microscopic garbage piled up in the dark corners. Damaged, malfunctioning cells just sat there inside you, creating massive systemic inflammation and accelerating the aging process. But now, during your fast, the deliveries have finally stopped. The front door is closed. For the first time in perhaps decades, your maintenance crew can finally do their actual job. They come out of the woodwork and begin a deep, sweeping physical repair of your entire house. They hunt down the broken, senescent zombie cells that refuse to die, and they break them down. They clear out the built-up garbage and repair the foundational damage. This profound cellular cleaning process is called autophagy. It is so scientifically significant that discovering its mechanisms literally won a Nobel Prize. It is the ultimate biological anti-aging protocol. And the upgrades do not stop at your physical body. Up in the attic, your brain is getting an incredible renovation too. As the crew cleans, your body produces a massive surge of a specialized protein called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. Think of BDNF as a high-grade miracle fertilizer for your neurons. It forces the growth of completely new brain cells and strengthens the connections between them. This is exactly why you feel that undeniable cognitive sharpness. You are not just dropping belly fat. You are literally building a younger body and a significantly faster brain. All of this deep cellular repair and fat burning leads to one ultimate goal. It is not just about having a flat stomach. It is about achieving true biological freedom. We call this metabolic flexibility. It means your body can effortlessly switch between burning food from the kitchen fridge when you eat and burning stored fat from the basement freezer when you do not. This natural flexibility is your ultimate biological shield, drastically slashing your risk of type 2 diabetes, chronic inflammation, and modern disease. But right here, at the very finish line, is where most people completely destroy their progress. You can do everything perfectly for 16 hours and ruin all of it in exactly 20 minutes. If you break your fast with heavy carbohydrates, a sugary drink, or processed junk food, your pancreas panics. It dumps a massive wave of insulin into your blood. You instantly slam that heavy basement door shut, lock the deadbolt, and completely turn off your fat-burning engine. You train your body to stay addicted to cheap fuel, undoing hours of deep metabolic work. How you break your fast is actually more dangerous than the fast itself. If you want to know exactly what to put on your plate to safely open the kitchen without slamming the basement door, you must watch my next video. I will give you the perfect fast-breaking menu to protect your hard work. Hit that subscribe button right now so you do not miss it.